All right, so before we get into the video, I need to make a huge announcement. This is probably the biggest announcement of woke progressive history, probably even the biggest announcement of history, period. It's like if you were to mix the stories of the death of Michael Jackson, which broke the internet, and mix that along with the Elon Trump fight, and put it all into one big, giant, incredible news story. This story is that big. What that story is today in woke progressive history. We welcome to the show executive producer for Woke Studios, Millie. Yes, Millie, who you're looking at on the screen. She is the new executive producer of the show, so if you hear her in the background, that's her just giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down. She's a great executive producer. Sometimes she can have an attitude. And the fact of the matter is, she sleeps 18 hours a day, and she still manages to get more done for the black community than most of you niggas. So, welcome, Millie. Welcome. It's great to have you here. All right. So that brings it. Now that we got that out of the way, I'm glad to actually have an executive producer now. I feel like I'm somebody. But now that that's out of the way, most black women are the same. And look, I know most of them aren't going to like when I say that. You might not even like when I say that. But when you really think about it, most black women are the same, especially the young ones. Whether it's the wigs, the weaves, the cake face makeup, the obsession with shaking their ass, the obsession with twerking, the fact that most of them have more than one baby daddy is a pretty ununique thing amongst black women. It's a pretty damning indictment. The fact that most of them fall into that characteristic in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And you'll have them say, "Oh, no, I'm different from the rest of these hoes." But when you look at it, she's not really that different. Literally, 92% of black women voted for Kamala Harris. Okay, 92% of them, and the ones that didn't vote for, the ones that aren't ratchet, the ones that don't wear the cake face makeup, the ones that aren't ghetto and yeah girl, sassy, the ones that aren't like that, they don't call out the ones that do behave like this. The ones that aren't out there fighting and cussing and doing all kind of crazy stuff, they don't call it out. They still will go to a Kamala Harris rally and laugh at the ones that are behaving like this. They'll still get on social media and like their photos, like their videos. They don't call each other out. It's this weird, fucked up sisterhood they got going. A weird, screwed up sisterhood. It's like this. If I were a woman beater, all right, I had a girlfriend, and every time you looked up, I was beating on my girlfriend. I came home from work, she didn't have dinner ready. I beat on her. I got up for work. She didn't have my clothes ironed. I beat on her. Just any little reason, I beat my woman. And you didn't say anything about that and we were friends? Wouldn't you say that you're just as guilty as me for not calling me out? And that's the problem that we have amongst black women. Even the ones that aren't ratchet, even the ones that aren't ghetto, their morals are so bad, they refuse to call each other out. That brings us to so-called black excellence. Okay, they'll call this black excellence, girl. Get it, girl. You go, girl. That brings us to so-called black excellence, Angel Reese. And I don't even think this conversation should be had anymore. But for a very long time, Angel Reese, there was this conversation going that Angel Reese is better than Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese is a better basketball player than Caitlin Clark. I don't think we should, that's not even a conversation now. I think it's inarguable that Caitlin Clark, the white girl, is a much better player than Angel Reese. Because could you imagine Caitlin Clark doing this? We're going to look at a piece of this interview. I mean, it's just absolutely and utterly damning. But the fact of the matter is, this is not black excellence. She can't hit a layup to save her life. And she recently did an interview with rapper Sexxy Red. Sexxy Red. I've talked about Sexxy Red here on the channel before. Sexxy Red, who's the epitome of ratchetness, the epitome of ghetto, just the epitome of a sick, disgusting woman. Um, and so we're going to talk about one part of the interview. The whole interview is just one big minstrel show. It sets black women back just so many years. It sets black women, just everything most black women do sets them back, period. But this in particular sets them back. And we're going to look at a part of the interview. We're going to look at a part of if you saw the live last night, then you've already seen this. But, I just thought it was amazing enough for its own standalone video. So this is a part of the interview. They're going to talk about Sexxy Red's lip gloss line. And you think, oh, well, Progressive, what's wrong with Sexxy Red having a lip gloss line? Well, take a look at this. Give me 1 second. Let me get my audio connected. All right, take a look at this.
You said it's all.
Okay, you just released your own lip gloss line.
Yes, I did.
And you didn't bring me none.
You got
But you can pull out your...
I sent you some.
You did send me some. I forgot.
She ain't got it on her. She ain't right. She knew I was going to be here today.
I forgot. I got you, though. I'm going to get some more.
It's cool.
But it's out now. What made you want to start a lip gloss line?
Because when I put on lip gloss, I just be feeling like that, girl. So I'm
Sexy.
like, yeah, I be feeling like, it just turned me up. Like, even when I be in the studio, if I go put on some lip gloss, it turned me up. So I'm like, I'm going to come out with my own little lip gloss line. And that's what I did. But I been had a line hellas ago. I just, it became like professional. Nah, professional. It been was popping. I got the real deal people on it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Them folks.
You know what I'm saying? Because at first it was just me doing it by myself. At
like
home,
selling them, yeah.
Ordering shit, mixing shit. And I was selling shit. But now I got some help. No.
Well, can we break down each name?
Each name.
Where did we get it from? How did we start it? What's tea?
Okay, so you can order it on my website.
Sorry about that.
What's the website called exactly? Northside Princess.
Northside Princess.
Northside Princess.
.com.
.com.
Get that?
Kids on.
Get it.
And okay, so it's 8 flavors.
Okay.
Gonorrhea.
Why gonorrhea?
Because my friend, she had gonorrhea.
Okay.
And she called me and told me about it. And then I'm like, I was in the midst of making some lip gloss. She told me what color it was. It was green. So I'm like, you got no green lip gloss? I'm going to make you some green lip gloss. Make you feel a little better.
Make it feel better and special.
I whipped up the green gloss.
Got you.
It was fire too. She took a picture. She was like,
Did she say like, I got the gonorrhea, so I got the gonorrhea?
Nah, fire. So that's the green, and that's how I came up with green. Because I wouldn't have thought to do green.
Yeah, no.
Oh God, I wouldn't have just been like.
Yeah, because you don't see nobody with green lip gloss.
Who does this?
No,
so
they don't
I'm
do
dead
that.
serious. That's how it happened. Like she was like, and it's green. I'm like, I'm finna make you some lip gloss.
Period.
That's how that happened. And then that's how yellow discharge came about. Because little discharge in there.
Okay, a little discharge is in there. Okay.
So yellow discharge.
Little yellow.
Boom. And the yellow cute. It got gold. You know what I'm saying?
You don't see too many colors. You don't see yellow. You don't see green. Okay, cool.
It's cute though.
It's
Like,
cute.
did you even try the colors on?
Yes, I did.
I don't think you did.
I took a picture. I tagged you.
What flavor was that? You don't remember?
It was the cream. It was the nut.
Okay, because I like nut. That's another one of mine. Nut, that's the third flavor.
Yeah, why you want to do nut?
Because it looked like nut when I was making it. And it was white. And I'm like, it was on my lips. I'm like, it remind me of some nut. My mind just ate up like that. You wouldn't have thought nut looking at some lip gloss? Like watching lip gloss drip and all that?
Yeah, because I be seeing you like, I be like, yeah.
Yeah. So
I see it. Okay,
my mind just ate up.
That's 3.
Okay, nut.
What's the blue one called?
Blue balls.
Blue balls.
Yeah. My friend,
You seen somebody with blue balls before?
Hell no, no. I got a friend, I used to do her hair, she a crip. She used to be wearing a blue hair all the time. She used to be getting my lip gloss. And she was like, why you ain't got no blue lip gloss? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make you some blue. And then blue balls just went with the theme of the stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, blue balls.
Okay.
Blue balls, because that's how my mind is. That's how I think. So I came up with blue balls. And then sex on my period, that's red. You know what I'm saying? It got a little red glitter in it. It's cute. It got a little tint on your lips. It smell good.
That's what you be doing?
What? You don't do that? You don't do that?
I don't go to Pound Town.
See, why you trying to... Because you angel? Is that why? Because I'm angel?
Yeah, there you go.
So you got to be innocent? I wish I had that. Like, I wish people thought I was innocent. People just automatically think I'm bad.
Who cares?
But why
you?
I'm not bad, though.
You
Why do you think I'm bad?
You can be bad, though. You a bad... Period.
I'm not bad. I'm good, y'all.
Okay. So we got... How many you got? 5?
That was 5. We said blue balls.
All right. And I know I played that a long time. I let that go for a long time, but I mean, I just wanted you guys to hear that part. I mean, where do we even start with green gonorrhea, yellow discharge? Her friend literally caught an STD from probably sleeping with multiple men, which is something that most black women do. Most black women don't just sleep with one man, and they damn sure don't go without having sex. Period. Most of them are having sex with multiple men. Therefore, they come up with STDs, and rather than using that STD as a warning sign, rather than saying, "Hey, this is my third time catching gonorrhea. This is my third time catching chlamydia. Maybe I should slow down." Most of them, "Nah, girl, let's make a lip gloss line out of this." What the fuck? Yellow discharge. Absolutely. The fact of the matter, most black women are hoes. Most black women are straight up hoes. They have multiple baby daddies. Then the ones that don't have multiple baby daddies, like Angel Reese doesn't have any kids. But rather than calling that out and saying, "Hey, I'm not going to live the life of Sexy Red," she'll literally bring her on the podcast and laugh with her and twerk with her. Look at this. Okay, twerk with her. She'll literally sit there and twerk with her. As if it's something cool. And look at Sexy Red rubbing on Angel Reese's ass. She's rubbing on the girl's ass. Most black women are bisexual hoes. And this is just a normal thing in the black community. Okay, I'm one of very few people that are calling this out. I mean, you do have a couple of other YouTubers who have made a video about this, but I'm one of the very few. And then they're going to call me a coon. They're going to say, "Oh, woke, you must hate your own people. You must hate your own community. Ain't nothing wrong with your women bragging about having gonorrhea. Ain't nothing wrong with your women bragging about having yellow discharge coming out of their vaginas. What's wrong with your boy?" No, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you if you don't see a problem with this? And did you hear Angel Reese when Sexy Red was talking about having sex on her period? And Sexy Red was like, "What, girl, you don't like to have sex on your period, have that blood, have that red blood?" And Angel Reese was like, "No, I'm innocent." This is innocent. To them, participating in conversations like this, letting another woman feel on your ass while you twerk, to them, that's innocent. These hoes are insane, as Tommy Sotomayor would say. These hoes are insane. And so, I don't want to hear anything about black women talking about white racism. I don't want to hear black people, period, talking about how racist white people are. White people have a right to be racist. In fact, not only do they have a right to be racist, white people should be racist. If these are the standards we're going to hold to our own women, if these are the standards we're going to hold to our community, white people absolutely should be racist. If I was a white father, I'd tell my white kids to stay away from black people because this is the kind of stuff they like. This is the kind of stuff, this is their culture. Can you imagine an 11-year-old black girl looking up to somebody like Angel Reese and an athletic 11-year-old black girl? She's going to tune into Angel Reese's podcast and see this and think this type of behavior is okay. Until we have more people calling it out, until we have a coon revolution, as I've called for multiple times, our community is going to stay in this slump. Nonetheless, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. And remember to like, subscribe, share, and as always, stay woke. And give a Millie, while you're here, give Millie a round of applause for becoming executive producer here at Woke Studios. All right, guys, we will see you on the next video.